welcome back to another episode of Star Wars The Old Republic. We are in the final area of Tatooine, chasing our bounty, Tiresias, and we need to do a couple of things here. First, we need to go check out this suitable signal point, and then we also need to go try to find Tiresias. We'll do that last. We'll save the story thing for last. So let's we'll head off in this direction. But there's a nice little side quest right here that, if I remember right, is pretty easy to do. It's kind of
that's right.
Let's go talk.
I'm talking to you. I know who you are, and I bring a proposal. I'm SWTOR. I speak for a small consortium of the exchange on Tatooine. They want a warlord dead, and they think you're the one to do it.
Let's start with a name.
The target is the warlord Garbodia. He killed a Sith apprentice sent to assassinate him, and it's costing all of us. Imperials are torturing and killing exchange members to find his location. Now, I know where Gar is, but I came to you. Understand why?
I understand. I suggest you tell me his location.
Gar and his mercenaries are hiding in the desert. I saw them taking shade by a derelict sandcrawler. We can pay for his head. That ugly bantha stain is done. The Empire agrees, the Exchange agrees. How about you?
Well, if a large pile of credits has such a strong opinion on the matter, I have to say yes.
Good. Now, he does move around a lot. Don't expect to find him exactly at the sandcrawler. You bring me his head, and I'll bring you the credits.
Sounds easy enough. Alright, that's good because his location is near the first, or this location that we have to go over here for the Czerka storyline that we've been following in parallel to our main bounty hunter storyline. So we'll go ahead and run through this a little bit so you can get an idea of the open sand area that they kind of developed for this. It's not that far of a journey. We're kind of getting out of the rocky area into just open desert, which I think actually looks kind of nice. So we got to get over here, and then the quest thing says, okay, destroy Gar. Pay attention to how you said that. Destroy his water supplies and take his head. Oh yeah. We're gonna run up here real quick, smash something, I think, and then he'll show up. I think we have to fight him. Ideally, we can avoid any extraneous fighting by just coming over here. Oh, he just shows up right on top of us, doesn't he?
I'm not just the pretty sidekick, Buster.
Power child death. Alright, we head out of here and we will go over to whatever this suitable signal point is. So like I said, this first couple, I'll cut through the journey for most of this because there's going to be a bunch of running around this desert, but I'm giving you guys a nice long look at the vast open desert that they rendered here. It's not vast, I guess, but it looks vast. It looks nice and big and vast and like you'd get lost in it. Yeah, basically we're going to spend a bunch of time running around looking for these little panels here.
Can you hear me? There's a sandstorm coming in, but I wanted to report. The droid's locked onto an underground power signature. Must be an artifact in the Czerka base. We've also found some kind of recorded message.
Any idea who it's coming from?
Patching it through now. Is this thing working? Blast. Security Officer Gromick here. I'm the last man out. We've been ordered to seal Czerka's Secret Weapons Division 7. The base was compromised. We thought we had the problem contained to the artifact cave, but it didn't last. Okay, sealing the doors now. Anyone who sees this, don't come in. You don't want to. You really don't want to. They lost the whole base. Imagine that. We've got fragmentary codes and coordinates, but you'll need to run additional scans to unlock the base. There may be more messages, too. We both know if anything is still alive in that base, you're our best chance of retrieving Czerka's artifacts. You'll have to go alone.
I'll check back in when I got something.
Sounds like a plan. My team, those of us who are left, will be waiting. Part of me wishes I were going. Czerka found something unthinkably old and alien. But this is how it has to happen. Gola out.
Alright. So, like I said, I think there's like 5 of these things that we gotta go find, and they're spread out across the desert, so I'm gonna cut in between them. You don't want to watch me riding all the way in between them. So, I'll be back when we're at the next one. Alright, we made it to the next one, so let's go ahead and find out what this is gonna do.
Dr. Sopran here. We finished our initial catalog of the cave artifacts, which register as over 20,000 years old. You think that would narrow down the possible creators, wouldn't you? There weren't many societies capable of space travel in that period. But I can't find any society or species that fits these criteria. Even Gree technology isn't comparable. Anyway, Dr. Lyric and I will study the primary device and assign lesser relics to the others to keep them busy. Hopefully, we'll find something useful. Czerka's going to make a fortune off this stuff if we can figure it out. End log.
Alright, this next one's relatively close, but like I said, the main storyline quest is actually right over here, but I want to save that for the end of this area so that we can kind of close out with the main story quest and then be done for today. So we're just going to keep going here. Here's the next area, the next console that we have to hit.
This is Director Antaean speaking. As you know, workers' safety is one of Czerka's top priorities, and we take accidents seriously. Therefore, due to concerns surrounding studies of the device, we are implementing a new policy. Anyone wishing to perform a physical inspection of the device must get written authorization from myself and Dr. Daigo. Research using droids and remote scanners may continue normally. Please note that this does not affect our division's overall schedule.
Oh yeah, I got to really mess with the schedule. Man, the next one's right over here, so you know, like I'm not even gonna bother cutting it. They're all kind of back to back to back. Look at this big bones over here. Must be a crate dragon. Saw that in The Mandalorian. It's one of my favorite shows, Mandalorian show, The Mandalorian. A lot of people got upset over season 3, and I mean, I kind of understand their points, but at the same time, I thought it was pretty good. Whatever. Let's watch the next research.
I want my concerns on the record before more people get hurt. I'm worried about the device. Its energy readings keep fluctuating, and it appears to be trying to link with the lesser artifacts. I think it's a weapon, maybe a bomb. Sopran's theory about it being a Gree Enclave creation are inane. We've already got evidence of an ancient alien civilization visiting Tatooine, and they weren't Gree. We've seen similar technology in the Kashyyyk Shadowlands. I'm sure the Infinite Empire is tied to the device's origins, no matter what anyone says, and I'm tired of being ignored.
Wow, alright, well, let's go find out more about this stuff. You're kind of led to the destination that you're going to by following these little towers, and you get a little bit of storyline and history along the way, and then there's a final place that you go. So yeah, we're heading to the 4th relay tower. I believe there's 5, and then and then we get to the actual Czerka compound. So we killed that one. So we'll head over here, get this one, and then there'll be one more after that, and then we can finally get to the point where we're doing the actual area itself.
Well, Dr. Lyric is gone. He's put in for a transfer and is heading back to Anchorhead, taking one of the lesser relics with him. Good riddance. He was a pain to work with. Still. Lyric's theory about an ancient infinite empire and a master alien species was fringe science at best, but some of his data makes sense. I'm going to run a new series of tests tomorrow, using a remote arm to open up the device. We'll see where it goes from there.
Okay. One more tower, and then we can head into the compound. They made it like a breadcrumb quest kind of thing, where the towers just lead you, you know, not a straight line, but they lead you on a little tour of the desert until you get to it. So we gotta hit this last tower, then we should be right next to the base, and then we'll find out what the heck's going on with the Infinite Empire or whatever it is that was going on, that Czerka ended up abandoning their project. Well, last tower right here. Normally I would cut things out, but there's just not enough time in between each of these to really worry about stopping the recording and starting it back up.
This is Director Antaean to all Czerka employees. Please listen and remain calm. A few minutes ago, we experienced a minor equipment failure in the main laboratory. As a precaution, we are initiating lockdown procedures. Do not attempt to override the system, so the computers will respond with force. Stay where you are, and you'll be alerted when the situation resolves.
Boy, does that look familiar.
Kasmenieckie fulpa, degal jestem ty.
Okay. We've seen that before. Anyways, yeah, we got a little bit of a run over here to the base, so I'll be back when we are inside the compound and ready to go. So let's get on it. All right, we made our way to the compound, and we're heading down underground. You make it over to this elevator over here. I don't think we have to fight anything on our way to it, so we'll just walk over here and find out what's going on. Oh, come on, get off the terrain. I always get stuck on terrain. It's really frustrating. Down this elevator. And we got our own little private instance for this story. If I remember correctly, there's a path I can take where I don't have to actually fight anything until I go talk to this thing. Yep. Jump up over here, jump over the railing. When you've done this a few times, I've gone through this quest several times. It's more than several. The planetary quests are all quests that you have to repeat as you level up different characters, and I've done every storyline, so I've had to do this at least 8 times. It's really annoying. Alright, let's find out what this thing is.
Keftre da sebia vatur da malhebie. Ibn frukta mi filter na makape.
What are you supposed to be?
Das matsen kayujum. Maestra me huruba. Keftre da sebia vatur da malhebie.
Harsh punishment. What were you trying to do?
Redhead lest hakuliti forget. Div mule helem, sie es nicht verdat. Das matsen kayujum. Maestra me huruba.
You're mighty proud of yourself, aren't you?
Argit, des bienes desquire. Temor, torete lorm, sapiens tentetos, telebrestia.
Got some illusions of grandeur, doesn't he? definitely have to fight something. Alright. This guy... I say, you know, the only word I can use for guys like this is a boss, but I mean, it's just he's mostly just elite. That's what it says. It says he's elite, but he's not really that hard. Oh, come on. Okay. Power shot him until. No. He's on the Just let him quick. Alright. No items, okay. So the thing we have to do is we need to go turn off this machine over here, and there's another machine way over there that we have to turn off. I generally tend to ignore the guards here because they die once you turn the machines off, so... unless they grab you like that. It's annoying. As long as they don't interrupt you while you're doing this, they just... and they go away, and you're free to run over to the other machine over here. Normally I would time-lapse combat scenes like this, but this is a really small area and there's only a couple things you gotta do, so there's really no point. I generally run up here and try to hop my way through the terrain. Allows me to bypass a fight. Fight these. I don't even think I fight these guys here. I don't remember if they die. I don't remember if these guys die, but yeah, okay, they die. But these guys don't, so we do have to fight these guys. I love that death from above. It's so cool. And this guy. Yeah, that's actually pretty strong. Alright. But he's not strong enough. So we're gonna go back and talk to this dude and see what he has to say now. It's not gonna be so tough without his little army.
Mediamen lemeta enti runs. Zinesti hidruli. Das bruli fihed andanqua. Ibn frakta mi fil turf namakape.
Surrender yourself and the artifacts.
Hefne havne. Jesle nixte destilia. Jesje jedle kuno. Meghekadine lerte. Adgelo lekotien me tajaben. Habib deke.
I don't necessarily worry about whether something is good or bad, evil, or whatever you want to call it. I worry about what my employer wants. I'm being paid to come in here and find some things. I hate that they make it seem like your decisions are, I'm choosing the Empire over... Not really. It's not for the Empire. It's for my employer. So, my employer would want this. That's what I'm being paid to come in here to do. So we are going to choose the evil option, but not because I care about the Empire or because I'm trying to be a bad guy. It's just, it's what I'm being paid to do.
I'll spare you in return for your service. Be grateful.
It bugs me that they frame it that way, you know? It's like...
Got
an alien energy capacitor. This equips to your ship, so I just goes straight to my ship. Alright, so we need to go back to talk to Captain Gola to finish this quest, but for now, we need to teleport back over here so we can go catch Tiresias, who is our final deal. So we got a little bit of a run up here. I'm going to cut to when we find Tiresias, and we'll get to the climax of this particular chapter. So I'll be right back. All right, we made our way through a little sand people camp. I'm going to try to navigate my way around these guys so that hopefully we can just go straight to... Nope, I have to fight this guy. Yeah, they're gonna make us fight these guys, so I'm gonna go ahead. He's dead. Trying to avoid unnecessary fighting, because it doesn't really get that much experience and it wastes time. He looks exhausted, doesn't he?
Going somewhere, Tiresias?
Not with all those dune rats nipping at my heels. Thanks for clearing that up. You're sure she's ready for takeoff?
I've checked the calculations 4 times, Master, with shields at minimum.
Right, good enough. That just leaves our friend here to deal with. If you want something done right, do it yourself. Open fire, NK!
That's a mistake. Trying to keep my damage over time on these guys. And then so the Q ability puts a damage over time on, then the E ability is a rail shot that only activates if there's a damage over time on there. The R ability is a channeled damage thing where you're just blasting them with the thing. T is my missiles, and 4 is my charge shot, which is kind of like my sustained damage option that doesn't build too much heat over time.
All right, you win. Let's cut a deal.
Hope springs eternal for you, doesn't it?
Everything is negotiable. Everything. This is the famous Star of Aldera, the most valuable gem in the galaxy.
No, Master. Not your most prized possession. We must fight.
Quiet, NK. We'd never stand a chance. Alderaa's royal family would pay a fortune to get this gem back. Let me go, and it's yours.
Do I look that gullible to you?
You can't blame a guy for trying. Take the gem anyway. I insist. Girls, come to Daddy. It's dinner time.
Okay. Just outside of it. Anyway, let's go get him, because he's not getting away from us. There's no way. He thinks he's clever, but he's not that clever.
Come on, you hunk of junk! Blast! I knew there wasn't enough power to take off.
End of the line, Tiresias.
You are the toughest, most persistent bounty hunter I have ever met. I only have one thing left to say. Give me a job. Spare my life, and I'll dedicate it to working for you. How's that sound?
Why in the galaxy would I ever believe you, Tiresias?
I'm tired of running. My fortune's gone, but I'm still hunted. I want Tiresias Loci dead as much as anyone. What if I told you there's a duplicate of yours truly? A replica identical in all respects. Even a bioscan couldn't tell the difference.
Where did you get this perfect duplicate?
A scientist on Nar Shaddaa made it. Amazing what's for sale there. My duplicate is already dead, frozen in carbonite. Just pretend he's me. Once I'm declared dead, I'll put my legendary skills, savvy, and contacts at your disposal. Imagine what we could accomplish.
What's to keep you from disappearing at the next spaceport?
I'm deeply wounded by your mistrust, yet reassured by your intelligence.
I hate to say it, but having him on our team might be useful.
I swear I'll never run. I'm safer as your servant than as a fugitive. Even if I did escape, you'd just find me again. Honestly, who wants to have this conversation twice?
This is so crazy. It just might work.
Crazy successful, bounty hunter. I guarantee it. There's my duplicate. Should only take a few moments to thaw him out.
kind of creepy.
We need to make it look convincing. A couple of blaster shots should sell it. You want to do the honors?
Right between the eyes?
Oh, my stars! I'm glad we decided to work together. Let me collect my gear and we can be on our way. So, I'll need a new name. After all, Tiresias Loci is dead. And what do you think of the name Galt Renault? Has a nice ring to it.
It's not bad. Kinda catchy.
Yes, a fine name for an exciting new life.
Why don't you and Galt spend a little time getting to know each other? I'll see you two back at the ship.
Lead on, my fearsome friend. Galt is ready for action.
Alright, we have ourselves a new companion now, and I am actually going to switch him to be my tank. I could have made Mako my tank, but to be perfectly honest with you, I have a little bit of a traditional view of the whole women thing. So, sorry if that offends you, but I do. And it bothered me to have the idea of her, and especially because she's so small, it didn't make sense for her to be a tank, logically, in my mind. So we're going to go ahead and head back to the outpost over here, because we still need... So, we're done with this quest now. We just need to head back to the ship and report that we, quote, killed him. But we do still need to go turn in our quest for the Czerka stuff to finish that here, and then we can go back to the ship. So, I am going to travel back to the... Where's the guy? I am going to travel back to the compound over here so we can turn that in, and then we'll head back to the ship, and that will be it for Tatooine. So, I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, we made our way back to the Czerka compound, the Imperial Research Forward Outpost, or whatever you call it. We'll turn in our quest to this guy, and then we'll head back to the spaceport. So, let's say goodbye to these guys.
Well, look who's back. I was afraid we'd lost you to that Czerka tomb.
It's good to see you alive.
I'm sure you want to rest up, but I'd like to hear. Did you find the artifacts?
Inside this device is an alien mind. It was responsible for the destruction of Czerka. It says it wants to work with us.
There's an intelligence stored in there? That's just incredible, huh? That's amazing. We can do an initial study here, but a find like this has to go to Drummond Cass. You've turned this expedition around. After our losses, I didn't think I'd be filing a mission report, let alone declaring victory.
I understand your excitement, but don't take that thing lightly.
Given what happened with Czerka, we'll proceed with caution. With Darth Silthar gone, I am in charge. You ever need our help, you know where to find me.
I've had an interesting time here, Captain. Maybe we'll do it again someday.
Maybe we will, at that. Safe journeys out there. And be careful. This galaxy has a lot of old secrets. Once you start seeing them, they tend to start looking back.
Alright. Oh, we got ourselves a new helmet, finally. Why did I get... Oh, because I think I selected an evil option by giving them the thing. Alright, so we got ourselves a new helmet. Ooh, that's kind of creepy. We should look kind of like a bug. And then this is a kind of a downgrade, so we'll just hold on to that. Tiresias, I don't think I'm going to bother messing with any of it. I'm not going to bother messing with outfits anymore because I remember that there's a bug or something that causes certain cinematics to make the outfits look different. Like, I guess it defaults to a different visual or something like that. So it starts looking weird the further on into the story you get, because the game knows what the visual is supposed to look like, but the cinematic doesn't. So it uses some old model and it just starts looking weird. So we'll just leave him in his default stuff. But I'm gonna head back to the Mosila starport, and we'll get back to our ship. Use our intercom, which generally means we're gonna talk to our passengers. So, yeah. Enough ranting about that. I'll head back to the ship, and we'll see what our new situation is on the Mantis. So, be back in just a minute. All right, we made it back to the ship. I went ahead and started the recording a little early because I know you guys don't get to see the ship that much, but this is our vessel that takes us around the galaxy. We'll head on in and do our little intercom thing, and yeah. I'll let you watch the graphic. Why not? I always skip past this because I've seen it so many times, but I know you guys don't, so we'll watch the ship take off and let it go. I'm one of those people that really wishes that I could live in a time like this where you can just zoom around the galaxy in a spaceship. But you can't, so that's what it is. Alright, here we go. Let's do the intercom.
Hey, you're back. And Tiresias is still alive. Guess you two are bonding, huh?
The name's Galt, remember? Galt Renault. And yes, we're getting along famously.
Is that so?
So far, so good.
He is an infamous scoundrel.
I've turned over a new leaf. Unless an infamous scoundrel is what you need, of course.
I've had enough of scorching heat and sand. What do you say we check out our next target?
Works for me. Alright, let's report our success to the guy, and that'll be it for today.
I eliminated Tiresias loci.
Yeah, well, I'll believe it when I scan it. Huh. What do you know? The body's bioscan matches. You just made a lot of crime bosses very happy. I've got a positive on the rival kill as well. Credit for Tiresias loci goes to you. Stay hungry, Hunter.
Got ourselves a new weapon, but it doesn't look like it's any kind of an upgrade over what we have already, so that's it for that. So, that being said, we have... Well, I'm not going to waste it. We'll talk to our crewmates in the next episode. We're already 30 minutes into this. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you're having fun watching the story and seeing the new locations, and yeah, I really hope you join me for the next episode, and have a great day.